Certainly coming around the wicket, the angle there. Left-handers forced to play at every delivery.
And that one just past the outside edge, a little bit of movement away too, so that's nicely bowled, 10 for none.
Yeah, great work. And that seemed absolutely perfect and just got a little bit of reward there, wasn't it? It just sort of like straightened a bit off the bat. But it's that coming around the wicket and the angle back in to left-hander that forced him to play. Unfortunately for the Australians, there was no edge involved.
So it's been stuff from Hazelwood. So this lineup for the Australian team is quite sensational at the top with Hazelwood and Stark, and then of course Pat Cummins as well.
You're looking for off stump?
Yeah.
Imam Ul Haq is going to be facing Stark for the first time, who likes to take the ball away from the left-handers. In the previous over, we saw the last delivery sort of leaving him and he's just poking at it. So this is going to be another big challenge for him.
That's what you've got to do at the top order when you're out there at the moment. Anything that's slightly wide, you've just got to allow it to go through. Try and frustrate the bowlers a little bit, but at the moment they're on the button. They're not going to be frustrated.
Making the bowler make the mistake. And of course, from a bowler's point of view, we're out there looking for the batsman to make the mistake. Play the ball from the crease, not forward, not back. Making a decision. And that's why that top of off stump is described as the perfect length, because the batsman has to make a decision.
A little bit of shape.
Yeah, that's a beautiful shape. A little bit away from him, that was more like fifth stump, sixth stump. But all you got to do is, as a fast bowler, just come a little closer. Very good seam position once again, hitting the seam and just leaving the left-hander.
Yeah, certainly worth persisting with three slips. And even the back of the batsman's mind now that seeing the ball, slide away from the bat. Just hanging there, just lurking in the background there.
And also a backward point, just being a point to just the right of screen. No! We showed a couple of shots of the stands. You might be wondering if the game's sold out, and it is totally sold out for the 5 days. You might be wondering why there's quite a few empty seats right now. It's Friday prayers today, so they'll be coming in, believe me, after the prayers. Love the cricket in Pakistan, country of close to 250 million people. Absolutely fanatical about their cricket. A young population as well. There's a nice message for the Australians. There will be so many people around Pakistan just glued to this all day. And around the world as well. Nicely bowled, good aggression from Stark.
Yeah, I was definitely waiting. I was thinking, okay, pitch it up, just have a look what this pitch offers when you bang it short, and it's pretty good. It's carried nicely for Islamabad standards, or Rawalpindi pitch standard. Still, there is a little bit of bounce.
It's a little bit high, maybe. Big shout from Stark. Big shout. Hassan Ali under pressure. Are they going to send it upstairs? Now there's the skipper. He's going to be having a bit of a chat to Alex Carey. He's there as well. Stark also. Carey's unsure by the looks of things. And they're going upstairs. There it is. Asif Yaqub is going to tell us. By Asif Yaqub. firing at that one. A little bit of movement away from Hazelwood. That's a terrific delivery.
A bit more pace, isn't it? 136.4. And a little fuller. The ball's probably settling down now. The glaze, what we talk about, is probably gone, and the good seam position, and asking Abdul Shafiq to come and drive at it. What a beautiful delivery.
To add some opinion to the decision.
Yeah, he would have been square on the offside, so he would have been involved with discussions regarding the height. Tell you what, it's pretty intense Test match cricket at the moment. The track is on the slow side. It's just providing a little bit of seam for Hazelwood. A little bit of swing around the place for Stark as well, but the Australian bowlers are giving absolutely nothing away.
Yeah, he's been right on Josh Hazelwood. And that shape that he's getting now, the ball getting up a little bit older in the lacquer. So he's settling down on it. But drawing him into that front foot of playing away from the body is exactly what he's trying to get to happen.
3 slips and a fine gully, 6'6" fine gully of Cameron Green, who's got very, very good hands. If I could just ask you, Casper, if you could just get into that a little bit more. You talked about the lacquer. Just explain that a bit more to some of our viewers.
Yeah, just I suppose with the brand new ball, it sort of comes off, and then with the ball being polished, all very legitimate. That this ball in the subcontinent, a bit like your ones at your Dukes, I suppose, over in England, will end up getting that little bit of shape away. It gets a little bit of a coating and does swing. Once again, a little bit of a fresh ball. Day one, we're always excited to see a little bit of movement. Josh Hazelwood is providing.
So I suppose you just get a little bit of bias, if you like, on one side of the ball once there's a bit of lacquer off. Has a slash at that, Shafiq.
Yeah, some more bounce from Hazelwood on that occasion. Previous over, we saw Stark banged it short and then pitched it up. Watch that delivery. That one really kicked off and carried somewhere near shoulder high to the keeper. So that's very unusual. The tall fast bowler getting more bounce.
I'll tell you what else is unusual, having the wicketkeeper catch it with his fingers pointing skywards in the subcontinent. That doesn't happen every day, so a good carry there. I don't think bowlers will like to see that.
Beautifully bowled and nicely played as well from Shafiq. 6 gone, 11 for none.
Yeah, selection of the ball just before the game, once they lost the toss and they were bowling, and there were few ideas being floating around which is the right ball, which is a good ball to get wickets, and there are a lot of polishing going on. And once the lacquer of one side goes away, it starts sort of settling down. He does swing a new ball also, but once it's gone a little bit older, few overs, maybe 5 or 6, which we are probably right now. Just you know exactly which way the ball's going to sort of swing.
Yeah, I apologise. It's actually the Kookaburra Australian-made cricket balls being used through this series.
We look after you guys. You know, we just ask you to bring your own balls to play.
And you take your bat to go home? Is that how it works?
No, yeah. We'll give you back. Don't worry about that.
And the good thing about the Kookaburra, it has changed a bit. There's a little bit more assistance for the bowlers these days. That's good. An extra coat of lacquer. There's a little bit of a plastic casing underneath the leather, which does give a bit more of a pronounced seam. So it Stark again. Lovely shape.
Another good thing Australians have done is they took the slip out and they put the short leg in. That's purely because last couple of overs the Aussies bowlers, they felt that there is more bounce in this pitch, and this was the first over with Stark ball, and this is what happens after that. Because you bowl that short delivery, the batsmen sort of start thinking, oh, is he going to come again at me? And then you're just a little bit reluctant. You don't really come forward, and that's, you're bound, or you just miss some of the deliveries, and that can happen.
Career average against left-handers is 17, against right-handers 27 for Stark. Oh, that's a quick single. Big dive in, had to go, had to dive. A little bit risky.